It's so sad that Jamaicans are so accustomed to poor leadership that when intelligent, sensible people hold the current government accountable or speak out about the injustice of the current government, boy, let me be respectful. I don't want to call y'all idiots, but it just seems so stupid to me that you're going to defend poor leadership. Like, do you not have standards? Do you not have children? Do you not want a better future for them? Because that's what you're telling me. The fact that you are content with this hogwash leadership tells me that not only do you not love yourselves, you don't even love your kids to want to give them a better future. And for those of you saying that the government is doing such a good job, give specifics and stop talking claptrap on people's pages. Because you just saying, oh, it's good with nothing behind it is you saying a whole lot of nothing. And furthermore, when you choose to be a leader, you choose to be in a position where you are held accountable. Just like if you are a parent, you chose to have kids, so you chose that responsibility and you chose to be in a position where you can be held accountable if you are not taking care of those responsibilities. So as a parent, you're not minding your child. That's why you can be taken to court for maintenance. That's why kids have rights, so that parents can do right by them, and if they are not, they can be held accountable by the law. And it's the same with the government. Just like our parents choose to have kids, the PM himself chose to be a leader. Nobody never dig him up in Spanish Town and beg him to serve the Jamaican people. Him take up himself and decided he wanted to serve. He's the same one who swore to be a good and faithful prime minister. Not my words, his. So holding him accountable has nothing to do with my personal feelings towards him. Holding him accountable has to do with his leadership, what he promised to do and what he ought to do based on the trust that Jamaicans have given him to serve as prime minister.
So we're raising our voice in concert against Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party government. The corruption, the police brutality that them allowed to happen, the broken roads and sidewalks and drains, dilapidated schools and hospitals, the pay increase that they give to themselves. And him say we must raise our voice against anything when him corruption.
After seeing whatever has happened in Kenya, most black countries are now calling their leaders to order and they want them to be accountable. Now, Jamaica is the latest of all these black countries that I'm talking about, and we've seen so many people from Jamaica, the citizens of Jamaica in the diaspora and those who live in Jamaica, have come out to clearly criticize the government on how it has failed to deliver to the people. Now, it has always been about them and not us, the people who pay taxes, and most of them do not even pay taxes, and that I can assure you. Most of these elected leaders evade taxes and no one talks about it. They go ahead and make some rules and laws that only favors them and their businesses. Now, Kenyans came out in their large numbers, and the youths now are calling the resignation of the President William Ruto. They call him the puppet of the West. Now, it is clear, very clear, the financial bill that was actually brought to the Kenyan people was not even made in Kenya. It was not even, because on the day when it was being passed, we saw some not even ambassadors, some US, the white guys were in Kenya watching over it to make sure it passes. Of what interest do they have in the affairs of these countries, of the black countries? You may ask yourself these questions. Why are they so much into our countries? Why can't they leave the hell us alone? Now, this is whatever has triggered the black people. This is whatever has triggered so many Kenyans to come out and say, no, if you're going to be a puppet, just be a puppet of the West and do not include us. And some people are coming out to say, no, this is not my president, and any transactions this guy will carry out, it is on the behalf of his family and the government and the people that helps him in looting the public resources. Now, back to my Jamaican people. Now, it is always good to hold your government to account, because the resources that they misuse are yours, and if you do nothing, in the next few years your generation will perish in poverty. They will inherit problems that you are no longer have the solutions to. They will inherit problems that you just looked at them happening and you said nothing. Now, this actually says a lot about our countries. Now, black countries are well blessed with the resources, and that's very evident. We all know that black countries have always been having the resources that these people want, and for them to actually come and take our resources, one, they cause chaos. Two, they must have a puppet, and that puppet might be your president, your prime minister, or the opposition leader, so that if it's the opposition leader, they will now fight the government so that a coup will be done and this guy comes to power. Now, in most cases in Africa, we have so many puppets, and in the country I come from, it's being led by one, because this guy actually doesn't care about whatever Kenyans go through. Now, if that's the case with Jamaica, I won't be surprised, because most of our leaders have gone to bed with our oppressors. Now, these people are now doing whatever our ancestors were against, whatever we fought for is now coming back. Now, what's the benefit of having fought this we fought for this freedom that we have? We wanted this so much because some people are coming and taking us to their plantations as slaves. So our forefathers fought. That's why we have the Caribbean, the black people in the Caribbean. They did not like to be there. It's just as a matter of black slavery that took place, the transatlantic slave trade that took place, whereby our own greedy leaders sold our ancestors, some of the ancestors, to the Western countries, and they went there as workers. They went through a lot of atrocities. So it is not in order to elect someone who will take you back to those problems. How many times have we seen our black countries suffering, having wars, having chaos day and night, just because of the Western influence? Now, if you go to West Africa, you will see this is very evident. So many countries are having coups, so many countries are having wars just because of France and United States. They have the biggest influence in those countries, and when they know, when you're united, when you lose your fear and unite as black people, now they will lose their power. So that is the divide and rule notion they have been using. That's the tactic they have always been using, and I'm very proud of Jamaicans are now coming out to put their government into account. Now, we pay taxes, yes, we do, and so much taxes. Now, these leaders flaunt the taxes we pay in a lavish way, while so many common Jamaicans are suffering, while so many common Africans are suffering. Now, it is not in order to see them do this while we are in total silence. That's why we as Kenyans have come out. Actually, Kenyans were so angry in that they set blaze the parliament, the judiciary, the governor's office of the capital, and so many offices, and those traitors who went ahead to support the puppet have suffered a lot. And we are passing this information to you Jamaicans. Please, if things are on the wrong, they can buy Mark Golding, they can buy all these people who are now advocating for your rights, or those people who are fighting for you. They will one day fall into their traps, or they will one day be in power and keep silent and eat everything. So the power is with you. The power will always be with the people. The people are the power. We have the power, so we just donate some of it to them. And if they mismanage and if they misbehave, we have the power to recall them back and take back everything. Now, this is a special message to you people of Jamaica and anyone watching this video. If the government fails to deliver to you people, you actually have the mandate, you actually have the right to say no to oppression that every government or every regime wants to put you in that such hard conditions. Now, this is whatever. I'm seeing a revolution in most countries, and it has just started in my country. Most people are now seeing the light that is ahead. Now, we were forged in darkness, and we've been in this for a long time. We had fear, and they took advantage of the fear so that they keep on being in power, and they keep on stealing, looting everything. Now, you may ask yourself, why do those people get super rich after 2-3 years in office? It's because no one is accountable for whatever they're doing. No one is even following them up. They know the youth are now so much into social media, and they are not interested with politics. They're on TikTok dancing and doing all that. But if we continue in the same way, we are going to lose a whole generation. Now, we are going to have a generation that is going to come. It is going to inherit a very bad economy, a very bad state. We are the generation. We are the leaders. The tomorrow they were saying to us is now. The tomorrow will never reach. According to them, they want to be in power until they die. But according to us, we are going to take back the power. Jamaica, take back the power if the government is not working. And if it has mistakes, you can correct them in the best way possible. Thank you so much for having taken your time to watch this video. Please, if you find it so informative, consider to subscribe. Thank you so much.